Alright, last one here.
I got off the chopper.
Right next to a time.
And
Work
me.
together to take out as many enemies as you can. If you defeat multiple enemies in a row, you get yourself a nice bonus.
We've probably already scratched the surface of a lot of these maps, but we're just focusing on staying alive for the most part. There's another time. Sit it across. Whee! Time here. Grabbing that spray in a second. Guys to take care of. There we go. Look at this guy. Oh. Get the hell out of here. I'm down there. Can't get down there though. Just wanted to kill it. Oh god. No.
Hello.
Hi. Gotta stop being like this. Combo here. Oh, jeez. Didn't mean to say that. Oh god. Oh god, big axe dude. Coming this way. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. What are we gonna do? You're getting the wrong shit out. Run.
Oh my god.
Coming back here, I'll take him out. This guy takes ground. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Run. Take this guy out. I'll take this. I threw him with grenades. Burn up, bitch. He's still not dead. Oh my god, he's still not dead. God. Oh god. Dude. Good thing. Sucker. Nice. I think we lost X guy for now. There he is. That almost hit me. Oh god.
I can hear gunfire. Almost there.
They all kill themselves. And he's finally dead.
Hey.
That'll do. Oh no.
You two work well together.
Thank you.
God damn, we only got 60. Another fucking B. I don't think we're gonna get any higher than that.
Nah, I think that's the best we're gonna get.
Yeah.
At least we managed to clear them.
We actually, yeah, we cleared all the stages. That was great.
Did. Yeah, we did.
Alright, that was fun.
That was quite
fun
that
as
was
hell.
good. Yeah.
That's why
Enjoyed that.
mercenaries is my favorite mode. Definitely.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, Seven Chaos of YouTube and Twitch TV. I'm just going to leave this little announcement here that actually you will not be seeing any of the versus mode in Resident Evil 5 after all. Basically, it is a few days after the video you've just seen, part 16, that the mercenaries run for myself and Lady Tomlord. And today I actually tried to go into the versus mode of Resident Evil 5 to play it and to experience it for myself. Now, a little bit of a backstory. I had no prior experience of Resident Evil 5's versus mode. Basically, when I had the game originally, I think it was like a year or two after the game would actually come out, and I had the kind of feeling that it was kind of probably going through a Call of Duty 4 scenario where it would be hacked to nobody's business and everyone would be using exploits in the game to have cheap victories against people who were trying to play it properly like I would. So I never really played the versus mode of Resident Evil 5 at all, and the other times I had the game were kind of two instances. One for Lady Tomlord to take her through the game initially that we played through before we were even doing videos, and then when we actually wanted to do a playthrough of Resident Evil 5, the online wouldn't work at all, and that was on the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions. The only thing we came up with to try and do the playthrough was getting a PlayStation 3 and using the System Link option, but we just decided that it would be kind of a hassle to kind of move everything into this room for us both to play, and then to move it back when Lady Tomlord would watch some TV. So we thought it would be just too much of a hassle to keep doing that. So we eventually just decided against the playthrough wholeheartedly, and then this came out. So we were lucky to do that. The online worked fine. And the online does for the versus mode as well. It's much better than what it was on the original consoles, believe me. So today I went into play this versus mode, but I had no prior experience of the versus mode at all. Now, when I first laid eyes on this thing that I saw, and I was like, what on earth is multiplayer element doing in Resident Evil? Because Resident Evil up to Resident Evil 5 was never known for any multiplayer elements whatsoever. Even in Resident Evil 4, you know, with the GameCube and the PlayStation 2 and all that stuff, where multiplayer was kind of becoming into its own, but there was no online element until about maybe 6 months to a year after the PlayStation 2 came out. I'm not sure, but you know, the online's, you know, you don't have the internet kind of services you get now. So that was probably for the reason Resident Evil 4 had no multiplayer. But even still, I kind of looked at Versus and Resident Evil 5 and thought, does this really need to be here? I was confused when I first laid eyes on it. Just so you know, I'm mentioning that because I'm not going to base my opinion on the multiplayer around that. I've always kind of thought that maybe Versus wasn't really meant to be in a Resident Evil game. So I've been thinking that from day one when I saw it. So I'm not going to base my opinions like this is just now I'm thinking this. And I think after playing it, I kind of see why. Now, I don't dislike it to the point where I rage about it and, you know, pan it and whatever, because I'm more open-minded than that usually. But I think for the highest majority of it, I was running around confused. I didn't really understand it, to be honest with you. And I don't particularly like it because I didn't really understand it. Not because it's a bad thing or it doesn't work or anything like that. I mean, the lag is pretty bad in this version, at least for me. That could be just me. Maybe you guys are having flawless connections on this game, and you know, I just wasn't, I guess. For me, the matches I played, there was always like a 3 to 5 second delay from me, popping a guy in the head, to either his head exploding off completely or just falling back with the effect of the headshot. There was like 3 to 5 seconds delay, and I'm like, whoa, that's bad, you know? Another unusual thing that caught my attention playing it, this isn't the first match, by the way, that I was realizing this, is that the maps are pretty much set up like they would be if you were playing Mercenaries. And I'm like, why is that? Why is it set up like it's Mercenaries? And I think I know the reason why. Basically, Versus mode in Resident Evil 5, to my understanding, is basically Mercenaries mode with either you and 3 other people lone wolfing, or you and 3 other people split into 2 teams fighting for the highest score. I think that's basically what it is. I think there's like 2 variants. There's one variant where you are doing that. It's basically Mercenaries in Lone Wolf 1 and 3 others, or you and 3 others split into 2 teams. So that's the way that works. And I think there's another one, that's Slayers. I think the other one is called Survivors, where you're competing to be the last man standing, apparently, but the more from the team Survivors I played, you kept respawning. But maybe that was just the wrong mode. Maybe I got confused there. But the more bullet damage you do to your actual opponents, the higher your score is. So in Slayers, it's all about how many enemies you kill, and in Survivors, it's doing more damage to the opposing team that actually gives you bonus points, I think. Problem is, I was running around like a goddamn moron with no idea what to do because, like I said, I had no prior experience to this. And when I died, and I think it was Team Survivors, I died, respawned with no gun. And I was like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to help my teammate if I have no fucking guns? And apparently, like, I think there's guns either scattered around the map, or you just pick up the guns from the fallen enemies or teammates. And I had no fucking idea where anything was. I think that was the first match. The second match was actually a one-on-one scenario, where I did a bit better, but still got raped or smashed by about a lot of points. And I think it was like video 5, and I was just running around like a moron with no idea what to do, and I was pretty kind of bored. Well, not bored, just confused. And in most cases when I tried to play it, there were the host would. There was 2 rooms that I joined where the host just would not start the game. I was like, oh my god. So you actually got to wait for the host to start the game. It's not like Call of Duty where you join a lobby and there's your room and there's your match and there it starts. It counts down for you. You have to wait for the host to actually initiate the game. I think there might be distinct host advantage in this game as well, but I'm not too sure on that. I can't get quoted, but yeah. It's not really my cup of tea, basically. But you know what? I think I can applaud it for trying to be different. I'm not trying to be like your atypical shooter from Call of Duty where it's about the most kills. You know, I can applaud it for trying to be different, but I think at the end of the day, it's really, really different. And that's what confused me, and I think it ultimately led me to not kind of like it, or at least not have it as my cup of tea, I guess. So yeah, there's the small announcement there. I'm going to not drag it out too long before it gets into a little long video, me just rambling on. But yeah, no versus mode. I think I'll try the same for Resident Evil 6, but just as a side note, I did jump into the Asian Hunt mode originally when the game came out originally, and I hated that mode as well. So maybe Resident Evil is just one of those games that shouldn't have multiplayer in it. A lot like the rebooted Tomb Raider game or The Last of Us. It's just one of those games that really kind of doesn't need multiplayer in it. And no, I'm not saying it doesn't need co-op, because I think co-op made Resident Evil 5 and 6 the fun games they are. But multiplayer elements, probably not needed. But that's just my opinion. Alright guys, I'm out of here for this announcement. I'll see you all for Resident Evil 6, Mercenaries, and maybe some versus as well. Maybe I'll jump into there, maybe they improved it. I wouldn't know, again. I didn't really go into Resident Evil 5's versus mode that much. I think when the game came out originally, there wasn't even a versus mode in it. They added that as DLC later, because Capcom. But yeah, we'll delve more into that, and we'll see how much they improved it in Resident Evil 6. And maybe they did a bit, but I still kind of think that Resident Evil probably doesn't need multiplayer in it. But that's just my opinion. Alright guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you all later. Peace.